To you, AAA is finding that the interest in electric vehicles is on the decline, and instead Americans are turning to hybrid models. This comes as Kentucky builds twin EV battery plants in Hardin County.
Now we're looking into some of the consumer trends in our top story at 4:30. Only 18% of U.S. adults say they would be very likely or likely to buy a new or used electric vehicle, according to a recent AAA survey. That's down from 23% last year.
Range is still an issue, and I think that ties into the other reason often given, which is charging options.
Governor Andy Beshear has pledged to make Kentucky the EV capital of the U.S. The state has now approved 42 charging stations for a total of $27 million in federal funds.
Every single year, more Americans buy EVs than the year prior. There are two things that I think are needed for that to happen even more quickly. One is the price, which is why the Inflation Reduction Act acted to cut the price of an electric vehicle. The second is making sure we have the charging network we need across America.
Nicholas Riggs lives in Richmond and bought an electric Volkswagen SUV 2 years ago. He tells us he gets 220 miles on a full charge, which takes about 6 hours.
For my family, we decided that having one EV made sense for us. The cost to drive it was a significant financial savings for local use.
But AAA's survey did find that 1 in 3 Americans say they would be very likely or likely to buy a hybrid. It's a compromise that lessens anxiety for drivers by allowing them to enjoy an EV without as much worry over range or charging stations.
Some people don't even have an option of putting in a charging station at their home because maybe they're apartment dwellers or they just don't own their own home.
Toyota announced this year a $1.3 billion investment in battery electric vehicle production at their Georgetown plant. About 7 months ago, Ford announced a delay in production at the second battery plant in Hardin County to better meet demand. The company estimates it'll employ a total of 5,000 people in the small town of Glendale. The first plant is still scheduled to open next year.